welcome back. And I'm so excited to see you here, and you will be too, because we have, again, a very special guest, and her name is Louise McConnell. She is a leading expert in AI-driven social media strategies, and she helps coaches and consultants grow their online presence through done-for-you services and coaching. She's also a four-time best-selling author. You can see her books in the back there. And she's creator of the 2025 Social Media Planner and Guide and host of the Social Media Takeaway podcast. Today, she's helping empower businesses for leveraging AI. This is something we all need to know for smarter, more effective marketing with the aim of achieving your revenue goals. Welcome, Louise.
Thank you so much for having me, Jill. It's my pleasure to be here.
Oh, I'm super excited. And I know, so many people, we all need to know so much about social media. And I'm so glad that you're an expert today to help us on this. One thing I really want to know, what's on trend with social media this year?
So, what's on trend? So, I suppose I can answer that question from a number of different angles, right? But what's on trend with the social media powers that be themselves? So, the algorithms, the algorithms which determine what we see on social media and if we create content, if it gets seen or not. What's really big at the moment is a few different things. First of all, engagement. So the engagement piece has never been more important, Jill. So if you're, let's say, on LinkedIn, it's hugely important that you spend time engaging with other people's content. And I don't just mean like putting an emoji or giving them a thumbs up. I mean like engaging with authenticity and meaning. So, and I do not mean getting an AI tool and getting it to create the comment for you, because that's so disingenuous. But I mean actually going on and spending time, your valuable time, engaging with people's content, because few things. When you engage with others, they tend to engage back. When people engage on your content, the algorithm sees that to be an endorsement in your content and it shows it to more people. If
Mhm.
people from within your network comment on your posts, brilliant. If people outside your network, your second degree connections on LinkedIn, if they comment on your posts, it's even more valuable. So that engagement piece is hugely, hugely valuable, because what happens is if LinkedIn also sees that, Jill, I comment on your content and then you comment back and we regularly comment on each other's content, well, what does it assume? It assumes that we know each other, we like each other, and that every time we create content, we're more likely to see each other's content. So that engagement piece is hugely, hugely relevant right now.
I love that. And I think you brought up many issues inside of that answer, which is around AI. And I know you're also an expert on that for creating social media. But can I just ask you, where does it start and where does it stop, the AI part? And then I want to go into what else you want to say there.
Yeah, so the AI part, I love AI. AI makes us faster and better, but we have to be at the heart of what we do with AI. Like if you go to whatever AI tool you're using, whether that be ChatGPT or whether it be Gemini or whatever it is you're using, if you go to that tool and you give it a generic prompt and you take that prompt and you just run and you create content with it, it will give you like generic rubbish. Okay. It will give you very bland content, which people can spot as AI that's been generated by AI that really doesn't have any impact. Whereas how I use AI, Jill, is I have developed over all the years of working with thousands of businesses to help to train them, to coach them, and within my agency to help them get results on social media. And what I found over the years before AI even existed was that if you have a framework that you work towards, which is based on traditional marketing concepts, and when I implement this framework, it gets results. So what I do is I use every step of the framework, but I just power it with AI. So the first step of my framework is get clear on your messaging. Again, if you go to an AI tool and you ask it, you give it a generic prompt, you're going to get generic messaging. But if you prompt it in the right way with the right information, And if you do the right research and go back to the recesses of the back of your brain and just remember why you do what you do, and you really uncover your core messages at a very deep level, and you use that with AI, then you get gold. The second step in my framework, we talk about creating a persona that we're like, to which a buyer persona, so people to match the people we're targeting. And again, we can use AI to really help us to develop these faster and better. The next step then is to create compelling messaging. Compelling, so when somebody reads your messages, that they feel that they have to respond because they're so compelling, that they feel they believe you everything you say, that they want to buy into what you do, that they want to connect with you, that they want to support you. And that all comes, that's not easy to do, as you know yourself. But if you use AI, you can actually get there much faster, and it'll be much better quality. The other thing I help people do is to create what I call is a social sales funnel. And please don't fall over if you hear those words together. But literally, what that is a system for using content, paid ads, direct messaging, email marketing, so that your time on social media is not just ticking a box like I'm on social media, but it means it becomes a valuable channel for generating sales and leads for your business. And of course, the last step of my framework is analyzing what's working and what's not working. And of course, AI can help you do this much faster as well. So it's really about plugging AI into every aspect of what we do to amplify our expertise and to amplify, special abilities. But we have to be there. We just use AI to get us there faster and to get better results.
I love that. Boy, that was a lot. You're obviously very knowledgeable in this area. What do you see are some of the biggest issues that are affecting businesses with their social media use? I did hear some of the part about AI and being authentic. What else are you seeing?
So I tend to see two things, Joe. I tend to come across people who are really busy on social media, creating content, spending time, being diligent, putting time and effort in, and it doesn't translate to sales and leads. Those people they get really fed up and frustrated. Then there's a lot of other people who are on the outside looking in, and they're going, I know I should be doing this. I can see it's getting results for other people, but I just don't even know where to start. If you're on social media and you're spending a lot of time and you're investing a lot of time, but it's not going anywhere, if you think about my framework that I just talked you through, chances are sometimes those people are just jumping on and creating content, but they haven't got the messaging, they haven't got the targeting, they haven't got the system for generating the leads. And that's why it becomes a time sink. It just becomes something where they spend time, but they don't see the benefit. And that's something that, like, again, if you put this system in place, you do get results. Other things that you see people, like if you're there and your profile, like if you're there and you look at your LinkedIn profile or your Instagram profile or whatever it is, and you cringe when you go, oh my goodness gracious, that is terrible. Like if that's how you feel about your social media, well, that's like walking around with like a dirty, broken, horrible, ripped up business card and handing it out to people. You just wouldn't do it, you know? So you got to fix that if that looks like you. But at the same time, you don't want to waste your time, because if what you're doing isn't leading to money in your bank account, you got to change it up.
Yeah, good point. And speaking of money in the bank account, how do we really get social media to translate into sales?
Yes. So here's the thing, right? If you're selling a product, let's say you're selling a product, you can pick up the product, you can hold the product, you can touch the product, you can feel the product, and you can sell the product. And if you can look trustworthy in the real world and people believe that sell that product and you're going to deliver it to them and they want the product, they'll buy it. If you're selling a service, it's totally different because you can't touch it, you can't feel it. The service no longer, once it's delivered, you can't see it anymore, it's invisible. And the person who's delivering the service is also the person like who is most closely associated with that service. So if you're the service provider, then you are the product because that's people are buying you. And so if you're selling, let's say, a high-end product, let's say it's anything over $2,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you're selling maybe a coaching system or a program in some shape or form. You're never going to sell that on social media directly. So if you showing up every now and then, putting a post up going, oh, I've worked with so many different people and I get all these results and I'm now recruiting for my next, that just won't work. You have to have a different approach. And that's the approach that I talk about when I talk about my social sales funnel. So in that case, you have to have a lead magnet. And that lead magnet, again, lots of people have lead magnets, but unfortunately, the lead magnets don't lead towards the offer, or the customer, that journey is disjointed. So there's a lead magnet, but it's not connected to what the person's selling, or there's no nurturing of prospect along the way. You see, Jill, at the end of the day, even though I love social media, really, social media is all about growing your email list because you own your own email list. And if your social
Right.
media channels, no matter what you're using, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or TikTok, no matter what channel you're on, if you have 40, 50,000 followers and it disappears tomorrow, where are you? So everything that you do on social media, the sole purpose of that is to grow your email list. And your email list, the people who filter through to your email list, they're your warmest prospects. They're the people who signed up for something. They maybe came to an event, they signed up to some kind of a free guide, or there's in some shape or form, they said, hey, I'm so interested in what you do. I want to receive emails from you. And I'm still receiving them because I have not yet unsubscribed. So, so the most important thing in social media, especially if you're selling a service and even when you're selling products, is that you use social media as a channel to reach your ideal customer, but that you have a system, you have an intentional system for generating leads, which involves email marketing and maybe live launches or maybe an evergreen launch or some kind of system that works for you and where you are in your business and the level of brand awareness that you currently have that works for you to generate sales and leads. And if you don't have that, unfortunately, you'll waste your time.
Right. So what I'm hearing from you is get a good lead magnet first that ties into your system, and then start your really social media presence. And or if they're doing social media, make sure that that presence has a direction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you're not just turning up because you're on social media. And you're not like, I have had people approach me and they go, Louise, I have 40,000 followers, but I just don't know how to make any money from it. And I have clients with 300 followers who are making lots of money.
Wow. Yeah.
So the followers like are no indication of success.
Hmm. So numbers are can be misleading, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about the big numbers. And for those listening, if you're really starting new, or really confused about this, process, obviously we have an expert, Louise, right here with you, which is so exciting. And Louise, I do know that people are going to want to follow you, partake of your wisdom. What do you have for our listeners and viewers?
So I'm really happy today to do something I don't normally do. So this is my 2025 social media content planner and guide. So you can buy this on Amazon anywhere in the world. But I'm giving a free, I don't know how to turn this towards the camera. I'm giving a free digital copy of this to all of your listeners here today. So if they wanted to tune in to www.sellonsocialmedia.academy/2025 free planner and guide, they can download the planner and guide, and there are nearly $400 worth of free resources with that, including a ChatGPT powered content creation workshop and an online social media content planner, which will help you organize your content. The planner is full of a guide on how you create your content. If you like what I've heard, what I've talked about today, there's more of that in it. There's lots of ChatGPT prompts, and then there are prompts for special days. So there's like over 400 prompts. So if you're looking for inspiration for your social media content, you'll be able to see like, so maybe today I think is International Scouts Day. So again, if that's important to where you are in your business, there's over 400 prompts. So there's going to be lots of prompts there just to help you show up week in, week out with your content if you're just needing that inspiration. So that's my gift to your listeners today.
That is a fabulous gift and tremendous value. So we'll also have it in the show notes and the link will be right there. Please go click it now. This is something you want and must have for your business success. Louise, is there any, shall we say, parting words or something you just really want to leave our listeners with?
My parting message would be that like social media is so powerful. It really can transform your business if you use it properly. And don't get caught in the vanity metrics of followers and going viral with content. Just focus on getting results. You don't need to have hundreds or thousands of followers. You just need to have the right approach.
Oh, I love that. And it's reassuring. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for dropping in. I know it's been very valuable and some great information today. Make sure you download Louise's gift and come join us at all of our wonderful events we do. Check out jilllublin.com. And we look forward to seeing you next time on the show. See you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.